And as networks in Asia-Pacific region scale to meet the demands of 5G and beyond, operational efficiency has become a critical priority. AI-powered automation is emerging as a transformative solution, enabling operators to reduce OPEX, simplify complexity, and deliver seamless customer experiences that in diverse and high-growth markets. This panel will bring together industry leaders to explore real-world deployments, examine the role of AI in driving zero-touch operations, and discuss how automation can unlock new levels of efficiency and innovation in APAC's telecom ecosystem. Joining us are Jawwad Zaki, he's IT Director at Telenor, and next to him is Saurabh Gupta, he's Associate Director, Product Management at Rakuten Symphony. And gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
I don't know if we're actually going to get into all that I said in the intro, but we'll try. Jawwad, good to meet you, by the way.
Thanks,
here at FutureNet Asia 2025. This is day 2. I want to start with you on this topic. The title of this session is AI-powered network automation for operational efficiency. And the question is, as far as that AI-powered automation and optimizing these network operations, are there some compelling use cases at this point that you can share? Are we sort of putting the carriage before the horse there?
I would say you're right. There are already compelling use cases around this area. And to be very honest, AI is something that was already happening in telcos. It's just the advent of ChatGPT in 2023 that brought it to the forefront. So there have been quite a few use cases in terms of self-healing, maintenance, root cause analysis, optimization of radio networks. And to top it all, there have been very compelling use cases actually on energy management on the radio network. So all of these combined have brought in a good level of efficiency in the networks.
Anything to add?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to, this AI automation that has come into picture from a subscriber experience point of view. And that's something where AI is adding a lot of value. And there are a lot of compelling use cases around capacity forecasting, resource management, and then, providing best of the services, quality of services for the subscribers based on their requirements. So all of this is pretty much, aligned with what AI was envisioned for. And this is certainly helping the opcos, getting the revenue maximized out of it, along with the subscriber experience that is expected.
Yeah, I wanted to stick to maybe an example or even a use case, and I'll stay with you if you don't mind. Let's talk about self-healing capabilities and also improving service reliability when we're talking about AI-powered analytics. Is there like an example you can share with the audience where they can wrap their heads around what the ROI of this is?
Right. So if you see, there's humongous amount of data that is being churned out, right, from logs and metrics and traffic data, customer segmentation data, usage data, everything, right? All of that is being leveraged by the the AI systems, autonomous systems, to understand the pattern and then understand the hardware failures that are supposed to happen. So in that sense, AI gives you the golden arm in terms of identifying those hardware failures in advance, and then not only identifying from a predictive analytics point of view, but also kind of self-healing the networks. When all of these logs are available, the AI system, they can, they can work on optimizing the traffic, rerouting the traffic in case of a hardware failure. And not only that, it can also help you reset the capacity and resource allocations to meet the demands of the customers. So all of this is eventually turning out to be, improvement in MTTR rates, lower churn rates, lower cost for the opcos and telco operators, right? So that is making a lot of sense these days now.
Jawwad, when we're talking about reducing OPEX and really enhancing the ROI, some of that Saurabh mentioned, what impact can AI have? Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Are there real metrics that we can use today that can measure the progress of AI?
Yes.
Okay.
So, for example, I mentioned about energy management for radio networks. So there have been real-life use cases already live in networks where there are around 7 to 8% energy saving by using AI in terms of predicting the radio network's behavior based on actually the traffic forecast and predictions. So that's a very hardcore KPI that operators can use. And the use case itself is, I believe, replicated in quite a few networks already.
Saurabh, I wanted to talk quickly about some maybe technical, certainly cultural changes when we're talking about AI, regulatory changes. Are those different, let's say, I would imagine so in the APAC region as opposed to maybe like North America when we're talking about those various aspects?
Certainly. I mean, with the advent of ChatGPT, more so now than ever, AI has been accessible to, one and all now. Even kids, 10th grader or 8th grader kids, they use ChatGPT to, run their projects and all. The problem is that there are no guardrails in place. Yeah. And even if they are very sporadic and, they differ from geography to geography. As you rightly put out, there are a lot of difference in policies and governance around policies across different countries, different regions, right? So that's a pain point actually, for this AI, to be implemented, to be reaching out to the, each and every people, this has to be governed a lot better. And there has to be a lot of data privacy guardrails that have to be, put in place. Regulations, again, this is something that governments are trying to figure it out, but it's still at a very nascent stage. And we are starting to feel like it's kind of, I would say, reaching out and kind of data privacy is again becoming a big bottleneck to implementation of this AI system.
Yeah. Jawwad, to put your policy hat on just for a second, are there policy or regulatory barriers to entry for AI in the APAC region?
I wouldn't say it's a barrier to entry. However, being a responsible organization, I believe most of the telcos have to be very careful about implementing AI systems, particularly when these are outward looking. For example, in the customer service domain, when we are implementing these internally, still the responsible AI has to be on the mind all the time. So not a barrier, however, something that we have to be very cautious about. We have to tread carefully in that domain.
When we're talking, Jawwad, I'll stay with you. When we're talking about AI-driven strategies, let's say over the next year or two, what does that look like? Can you just paint a picture for us if you were sitting here this time next year talking about AI-driven strategies? What do you think we should be talking about?
There are quite a few areas.
Yeah.
For example, typically we have been talking about use of AI in customer services and now Gen AI in customer services. Then we have been using AI on the network maintenance side. Probably going forward, we will be able to leverage more on Gen AI capabilities in terms of predictions for our investments as well. Already there are a few studies that suggest that there can be 10 to 15% CapEx optimization based on CapEx planning predicted through AI. So those are the kind of capabilities that we can look forward to. And then also in terms of hyper-personalization, once again, we can go out to our customers based on all the data that Saurabh just mentioned and be able to customize our services at a very niche customer level.
Saurabh, your AI-driven strategies at Rakuten Symphony are moving quickly. Again, if we were sitting here this time next year talking about that particular topic, what do you think the topic would be? What do you think we should be discussing?
I think for me, there are the two, key topics that we should be discussing. The first is again around the regulations and the guardrails that AI is supposed to offer for any service for that matter. The second is around the use of agents, right? So agentic AI is something which is very, it's picking up very rapidly. But the thing is that we have to have pinpointed use cases to allow those AI agents to solve the use cases for the customers, right? And monetize telco assets. So that is something I think we should be talking about next year.
Anything to say about agentic AI, by the way, from an operator standpoint?
Yes, I would concur to that. And basically, we are working at Telenor very closely with TM Forum and DSMA towards autonomous networks. And as we see autonomous networks today, agentic AI is going to be a foundational stone for that. So yes, next year, sitting here, we would probably be discussing how the agentic AI is providing us the efficiencies as well as growth.
Are we talking about use cases this time next year as far as agentic AI? But again, are we putting the carriage before the horse? Or do you think that's practical?
There should be a few use cases by then.
Okay. Interesting. Anything to say about?
Yeah, I think on the AI agent thing, Rakuten has taken a leap forward, I guess. We already have an AI agent studio with us available to solve certain use cases. And that is certainly helping our clients, the existing clients that Rakuten has to scale up pretty fast for each rollouts and for each kind of customer service model that they are using. So that's probably it's just the start, but next year probably we'll be talking more on agents and how do we leverage them to solve particular pinpointed use cases.
Interesting. I'd be interested to have that conversation with you. By the way, from a ratio standpoint, are we talking, when you talk about customers, are you talking 50-50 enterprise to telco or 70-30 really operator focused?
I think right now it's operator focused, but certainly enterprise area which we are trying to dig deeper into. But we are going to leverage AI certainly for that because there are so many use cases which are common in telco and enterprise as well. So that gives us that leverage to enterprise to enter the enterprise market.
And again, really quickly, just sort of off script, if certainly operators have their own enterprise customers, you have your own enterprise customers. Where's the challenge there? Well, how come we're not grabbing that market share faster?
The thing is, the enterprise customer that the operators have are pretty different from what kind of customers we are targeting, right? For us, we are targeting core enterprise use cases where we can serve the customers, leveraging AI, leveraging the data that they bring to our systems, and then giving them, those use cases that can help them leverage and monetize the base customer base that they have. So, for example, in Rakuten, we are also expanding to data center rollouts and tower cores, right? So we are expanding our product portfolio to adjacent industry verticals so that we can, enter that enterprise, tap that potential which is, lying untapped right now. And we have been very telco specific right now, but we are touching those industry verticals as well.
Jawwad, are your enterprise customers coming to you for agentic AI? Are you having to sort of introduce it to them at this point?
I would say looking at the session market, the markets where we are operating right now, it's going to be more of a push as a starting point. And I fully agree with Saurabh that when we talk about the enterprise customers in a telco environment, traditionally, we have always been talking about connectivity. And now is the time when we are looking beyond connectivity, and the market also has to evolve a little bit. So it's going to be a kind of combined effort by telco operators as well as some of our partners to develop this ecosystem where our B2B or enterprise customers also see this value coming from the telcos. So that's how it's going to grow.
Jawwad Zaki with Telenor, I appreciate your time. It's good meeting you, by the way.
Same here.
And Saurabh, Gupta, good to meet you. This is our first time doing this, I think, with Rakuten Symphony.
Pleasure to be here.
For sure. Maybe I'll see you at TM Forum, both of you, and certainly probably back here this time next year.
Sure.
All right. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much.